Alright, guys. Now, Snoop Dogg has just released a new mixtape slash album called Make America Crip Again. You know, it's about 39 minutes and 8 tracks, so it's quite short. And I was thinking maybe the 8 tracks is representative of the Trump presidency and how he might have 8 years if he's elected, like maybe 2 terms. Plus, the Make America Crip Again is a parody of the whole Make America Great Again, and they even got the hat, the bat. Now, of course, do I have to explain who OG Snoop Dogg is? How his whole discography is one of the most established discographies in hip hop history. How he was one of the pioneers of G-Funk and this whole wave of West Coast. I mean, do I really have to explain? Him and Dr. Dre, like he teamed up with Dr. Dre to do Doggy Style. Then he did his own thing with the Dog Father. Then he even teamed up with Master P with his whole Master P era. Of course, he was with No Limit. Then he teamed up with Pharrell to have hit after hit and shit like that. So hearing that it's a new Snoop Dogg project and that it's pretty short, I was interested. And I have to say, this Snoop Dogg project, it's pretty disappointing. It's kind of full with too much auto-tune, not the West Coast feel. It mostly don't even talk about like gang banging in detail or the West Coast life that much. It just seems like a compilation of 8 random tracks that don't really say anything or talk about the deeper meaning of living the quote unquote West Coast gangbanger life. I gotta say. Now, I like to call this track Make America Slick Rick Again because they're definitely, I mean, not only do you have an opening to Slick Rick's sample, We Like to Party, well, you know, not only you have a sample of Slick Rick's Young World, but you even have somebody singing in one of the most ear-piercing auto-tunes songs or auto-tune on a song I ever heard in my life. And it's just pretty much the themes. Like if you're gonna reference back to the 80s, which he was a big Slick Rick fan, then at least do it with class. Now the song Fly Away, it has this groovy, funky beat that sounds very nice. And another thing I noticed is Slick Rick is from London and they have uh, October London, which is pretty funny because we're in October, but that's just something that I noticed. And another thing I note is they have Three's Company, which is a clever reference to the 1970s show, but all it is just a generic referencing to having orgies and shit like that. Another song that's really funky, like Fly Away, is Goodfoot. But I think that this song is more grounded if you get the pun. Because Fly Away, it did a little bit too much with the hook, and I needed a little bit more rapping with Snoop Dogg, but overall, pretty good track. Now the song "This Is Gonna Be a Breeze" sounds like more of a what you call it, a hold on. This is going to be a breeze sound more like a interlude than anything, especially with Haha doing his like spoken word intro, kind of a laid back track. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's horrible autotune. Like ear piercing autotune. You know how M.A.C.A. I said had ear piercing autotune. This one does. If it isn't if it isn't the laid back tracks, it's these club bangers with piercing autotune that really hurts the ears, I have to say. Girl, what you tripping for? I don't care about. Discount Usher. All I have to say is discount fucking Usher. He sounds like Usher. His vocals, when I heard this, I was immediately shocked that it wasn't Usher. I was like, shit, finally he bounced back from that whole herpes thing. But nah, it's not Usher. Sorry. But another thing I would like to say about my last name is that I love that he's referencing Barack and Michelle because I miss those days. And also, the hat is blue, which could be a representative of the Democrats. So I'm really digging that. And overall, the track, my last name, I really like the whole guitar riff in the background. It's really vibey and cool. I really love it. Now, designer flow, he sounds like Trey Songz to me. You know, if Trey Songz was like, I don't know, just thirsty and need some water. Like really, his voice sounds dry as hell. And when I heard designer, I was like, oh shit, this guy have designer on here? I haven't heard him for a while. But nah, it's just his name. Overall, this whole EP, it's a pretty decent EP, but nothing really special to it. And when it gets to its low points, like the auto-tune crooning, nah, I'm not digging with it. So I'm gonna give this EP like a 4. Hey, 4 years of Trump, then we're gone. But anywho, you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, share the like, and post the video. And I'm out, guys. I wish all of y'all have a happy and safe day.